demonstrate we had student sit-ins to integrate the restaurants, the courthouse restaurant in Montgomery. As we left the campus and we got to the top of the hill on South Jackson Street, we were met with state troopers. Dogs chased us back to the campus. And that night, Dr. King and Reverend Ralph Abernathy called us together. He said, we can't let anybody turn us around. So the next day we started again. And they met us this time with billy clubs. And that was an old black lady standing on her porch. And she said, you all come through my house. You can run through my house and get away from these troopers. I don't want to see any of my babies hurt. That was Montgomery. That was Alabama. And I remember many of us who got together about a few years ago who participated in that. And as we told this story over and over again, tears came into our eyes. But on Monday of this year, we paused to honor and recognize a man who was sensitive to social injustice, a man who wrote 4 books. He authored many essays. He authored essays and wrote about nonviolence, freedom for the oppressed. And he delivered over 400 sermons and speeches throughout his life. And finally, he was a man who gave his life for the common people of America, and especially the Memphis sanitation workers. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He had love in his heart. He had hope for the future of mankind, forgiveness in his soul, and a prophecy for his own destiny. Had he lived, Dr. King would have been, and he would have celebrated his 88th birthday. But I can remember one day that I came from the cafeteria to my dorm, and there was a note on my door. And the note said that, Mr. Bozeman, the dean wants to see you tomorrow morning, Saturday at 10 o'clock. I had no idea why the dean wanted to see me, and I was scared to death. Because I knew I had gone through the cafeteria line and didn't have the money to pay, and we all have done that. So I thought that he was going to expel me. So when I got to his office the next morning, 10 o'clock Saturday, now nobody wears a bow tie on Saturday but Dean Wesley. And he said, Mr. Bozeman, do you know why you are here? And I said, no, sir. He said, I've been watching you, frightened, and I had cold chills all down my body. He said, I have received a letter from the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is the pastor. They would like to have a driver to pick up the elderly, these college students, and take them to church and Sunday school, bring them back to the campus. And I have chosen you